Gordon. Hey, I would like to call to order the Village of Lansing Planning Board meeting for Tuesday, July 25th, 2023 to order at 7 p.m. First order on the agenda is the approval of minutes for July 10th, 2023. I know everybody had an opportunity to make some edits. Were there any other comments people wanted to make? Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
We approve.
Motion by Pat.
Second.
Second by Lorraine. All in favor? Aye. Okay, next item on the agenda is the public comment period. This is an opportunity for anyone from the public to speak about anything that's not already on the agenda for tonight.
It's Susan Ainsley, covering for the Board of Trustees.
Hey, Susan.
Hi.
I'm Carla Marceau. I'm here observing for the community party for the Village of Lansing.
Hey, Carla.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Hey, so all right.
We have Susan and we have Carla. The staples of the village.
Carla knows too that Susan will usually say hi first, so she waits a second now. Yeah, it's like you have a routine down. Okay. Doesn't sound like there's any other public comment period. Public comment, so I'll entertain a motion to close the public comment period.
So moved.
Motion by Lisa.
I'll second.
Second by Jim. All in favor? Aye. Okay, next item on the agenda is to review the special permit 2021-4516 Lansing Meadows. Eric Etzman has requested to meet with the planning board to discuss the ongoing project. Do you want to kick us off, Mike, or do you want to kick us off?
All I can say is you have in front of you Eric's letter, his request, along with the application. And after that, I'll let Eric take it away if you got anything else to add.
Okay, Eric, do you want to bring us up to speed on what you're asking?
Sure. I think everybody had a copy of the letter. I tried to make one request we're looking for. As I said, we were moving along and everything, and right now we're in litigation with the Tompkins County IDA to reinstate our pilot. In doing so, the request I had was the two conditions. I don't have a letter open in front of me. I think it was N and P. And two of those were to extend the deadline for the foundation, extend the deadline for permitting those. As I mentioned last time, can everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
As I mentioned last time, I mean, the units are full now. We have people who enjoy living in the Village of Lansing. They like being able to walk to YMCA, to the grocery store, Target, and everything else. We'd like to finish them so we can bring more people into the village. It's just that right now with this thing that came about with the IDA, we have one tax parcel, so it's all encumbered under one thing. The contractors we had want a bank behind it, and we don't have that right now with the IDA, the litigation we have right now. So what I've requested is to keep the permit open because it's the builders out there want to know you have the right to build something if they're going to put you on your schedule. And the same thing is the financing. They want to know its ability to do so. So what I asked is as soon as we get this resolved, if we can immediately get back and try and get on the schedule for the builder. So in order to do that, I think it's the two conditions in there. Condition N, I think, which was the foundation being completed, and condition P for the completion, I believe, are the two open issues that are out there.
Okay. Questions from folks on the board about anything? One of the things I will say, Eric, is we just got the letter today, so we do need time before the meeting for materials to be submitted. That's a pretty standard thing. So I will say that I didn't even get a chance to read it before I showed up here tonight. So I also think that I'm not the only board member in that position. So
no, I apologize for that. I didn't have access to my computer till like 10 o'clock last night. I've been traveling.
Questions or comments from folks on the board? Or Wendy, anybody?
Sure, just noting in the meeting minutes that I know there was the discussion and there was going to be additional information about the pilot agreement.
Oh, right.
From the last, so are you able to give us any additional information about the pilot agreement and the IDA litigation?
No, it's in front of the judge for litigation now, and it's just moving forward. It's something that we weren't aware of when it was pulled. It's something that the benefit was the completion of the housing and the BJ's, both of which were completed. And we've always been very clear, there's no recapture right in ours. We're not sure why this happened. So now it's in front of litigation. And that's where we are with that.
What, Eric, at the last meeting, you mentioned that you'd only heard of this recently. When did you find out about this?
We found out when BJ's received a tax bill late last fall or later than that.
Late last,
It may have been, I don't know, maybe November or December of last year. And we thought we were gonna have this resolved before that. We found out because BJ's contacted us and they received a tax bill because under the idea they should not have received a tax bill. So that's how we found out about it.
Other questions or comments from anybody? Anything you want to ask, Wendy?
No.
Okay, so process-wise, Eric, right, we just got this letter tonight. The next step really is for us to write, I think, declare whether it's a major or minor amendment, or major or minor
Exactly.
change. So that's something that we'll talk about at a subsequent meeting, and that's really the next step here in the process.
Okay.
Anything else that you wanted to share or bring up, Eric, while you're here?
I don't think so, Mike. I think that's, I mean, I would ask the board to consider, let us continue to move forward and get this thing done. It's, if we can keep this open, then we have the ability to get it done anytime once we get some type of resolution on this thing.
so could I ask Eric, this is Lisa, when you mean keep it moving forward, what do you mean by that exactly?
We're trying to resolve litigation as quickly as possible.
Oh,
Lisa,
so you're
because
just saying the litigation? Okay.
It's all litigation has tied everything up. Yeah, as soon as the litigation, and as we move forward in this, there's more and more information coming out. A pilot's a very detailed agreement, a couple inches thick. And, as more of it comes out, we hope we get a resolution sooner than later. There's no reason we should be in this position right now. I'm having a difficult time to understand why we are, but that's why I'm requesting some leniency from yourself. We'd like to get this thing done. There's been a great reception of what's here. We'd like to build, the next phase so we can get this thing moving along. And as I start getting some traction from the litigation side, it's easy to go back to my builder and say, look, we're getting closer, get me on your schedule, because lead time on the builder, they're all over the place. As it falls off, it might be sooner, or it could be 4 or 5 months out there. But the builder's only going to take me seriously if I have the ability to build something here in the village. Everything has been done. We've reviewed this a number of times. I'm just asking for some leniency so I get these things done. I know it's been a long time.
So Eric, I just have one question. Are you saying that you can't continue, or you can't start with phase 2 until there's some type of decision on the litigation?
I need the pilot put back in place. Like,
What did he just say?
He needs the pilot.
Put back in place in order to start
Start phase
phase 2. And if it's not,
it's all one parcel, unfortunately. I couldn't subdivide it before, so it's all one parcel. It's all encumbered in one parcel.
Any other comments? Okay, well then, Eric, reach out to Mike. He can get you on the next agenda.
August
in
14th.
August.
No, August,
Hang on.
I thought I just looked it up. It's,
August 14th.
it is the 14th,
Yeah.
it's a long time.
Yeah, there's a long time.
Or, no, I guess it's only 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah,
It's
so
a-
August 14th, though, yeah, so, and he can, work with you on, anything you need to, anything you need to do between now and then, and I know there's
Okay.
still, I know there's still a couple phase 1 things, so, make sure you guys chat about those too.
Okay, thank you very much.
Great, thanks, Eric.
Okay.
All right, goodbye.
Okay, next item on the agenda is discussion of the solar array draft law. So there's 2 things in front of everybody. Sorry about that, Mike. There is the updated solar energy law, so I took the comments we had at the last meeting and sent those out just the other day. Sorry about that. I had to go back and watch the video. Everyone was throwing stuff at me.
I should have commented.
I think I got them all. But, so, and then there's also the unified solar permit. So do you want to start, let's start with the solidified,
Oh, you-
unified solar permit.
Oh, you want to start with that?
Yeah, let's start with that.
Okay, so we're waiting for the beautiful version, right? Is this the beautiful version?
That's the last one. That's the last one Pat gave me.
Okay,
Yeah, you just printed these off today, right?
well, I didn't,
Yeah, this is all.
it should be the same one.
Yeah, this is the last one that you sent, Mike.
Yeah, this is, yeah. I just didn't color.
But I looked over it, and I think, some of the things we had mentioned last time, got, at least, some of the verbiage in there and things like that got cleaned up, so.
I have only, I think, one couple of comments.
We gotta change, I'm sorry, Lisa, I was just saying, we gotta change, on page 2, we gotta change that to where very up top, we gotta say page 4.
Is it page 4? I circled that because I wasn't sure what, so that's page 4.
On page 2, at the very top, it says submittal instructions.
On page 3, it says should be page 4.
It should be page 4, I gotta change that.
Okay, and actually, on the very first page, in the box, there's a stray colon out here for some reason.
I think they're gone now.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's,
I caught those.
Yeah.
I don't see them on there.
and then,
It's
Oh, that one.
It's down
it's just
here.
way down there.
Oh.
And then the other thing, weren't we gonna write out certificate of compliance issued?
Oh, there it is.
Are we gonna put spaces in there? Because down here, we call it C of C with spaces.
There.
Right. I would just like to be consistent, I don't care what we do, as long as do we, how do we usually write C of C? Do you join the letters, or
I think just putting a space there, yeah.
just put in
Call it
spaces?
CFC and make sure it's C space of space.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I guess I would also.
And then, I mean, the formatting on this is a little funky still, but I know we talked about that last time.
I couldn't change it.
Yeah,
I tried to get in there and change it.
So it might have.
Is it a word, it's in Word?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is it in Word? Oh,
I can probably
I
change
tried
that.
to take the space out, and I wouldn't let me take the space
Okay,
out.
I can probably do, I've got a little bit of Word magic in my fingers there, so I can probably make that happen.
I would also just, wherever there's a place for date, I would extend the line a little bit, just because somebody wants to.
Yeah,
Signature,
January, December.
if they want to write it out, do you know what I mean? And there was, I think that was only on that page, wherever it was that people have to sign.
Actually, a question, since this box is for office use only, I'm assuming that means it's gonna be you filling it out, Mike?
I'll find the space.
So are you satisfied with this box? Because really, that's this one.
I've got to move some things around so the pages come out right, but I have used worse.
He created it, so.
All right, so let's have something better than I've used worst as our standard. I'll see what I can do with the formatting. If you guys get me like a clean version, I will play with this formatting to make it look good.
Did you notice the top was cut off here?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, okay, is this,
A couple other pages,
this one is the latest one, because,
but that was a
oh, this is just didn't print.
printer didn't feed.
Yeah, just something
no,
print out right.
Printed.
Yeah, the Word
I'm
document is
I was gonna
accurate.
say, I'm looking for the second person that signs, and it's missing, so I'm not gonna look at this one, I'm looking at the one I printed out at home.
Yeah, yeah, Mike will move around like, a couple
So-
things, and he'll send a fresh copy to you. anyway.
Okay, so just extend the date lines there, but there should be like,
Send it to you too and hash it out.
I make some changes, because I found some things that I missed.
Okay.
such as,
Under existing use on page 2.
on page, well, page numbers around them now, too? Okay, okay.
But the boxes didn't format properly.
Yeah, there's little question marks.
Question marks, yeah.
Oh, yes, those question marks.
I
saw
I
that.
saw those, but I thought that was part of your, like, transition into.
No.
Well, I was, it's one of
It was
these,
because of the font that Mike used,
So-
I didn't have, so it was,
yeah, I had circled that, but I also just, on this one, realized that in this printed I see the property owner has a signature space and date, but the solar installation company is on this, I don't know, what, oh, it's on the other side.
Yeah, I think I'm-
Yeah, it fell off the page. So is this going to be a fillable PDF or what? No.
Yes,
Huh?
It should be.
Yeah,
once it's finished.
okay.
That'd be great.
I think it'd be lovely.
I'll send it back out.
Okay,
Or Pat, you're gonna mess with it. You can kind of email it, whatever you want to do. so.
Yep, after you mess with it, send it to me, and I'll mess with it a little bit more, and it'll be perfect by the end
and
of
we
our.
will have the perfect document.
Suggest people have a choice of either using the fillable PDF on the computer or printing out the form. And
They, yeah,
Yeah, they'll be able to do
but
that.
it is kind of nice when it's.
Yeah, some places you can't, you have to do it one way or the other. You don't have the choice.
Two options. The PDF will have to be accessible.
Yep.
Make it accessible.
Excellent.
Actually, both forms of PDF.
Yeah,
Be accessible, yeah.
you can choose one.
Okay, so then on to the solar energy local law that I sent out. So, again, most of the stuff last time that people included was just, like making sure planned development area was actually spelled out before we used the term PDA.
I think you got most of it.
Some minor things, cleaning up, just being very specific, when we talk about tier 1 solar energy systems, in the very first sentence saying that these, above requirements, tier 1 solar did the same thing for tier 2, tier 3. General requirements, we capitalized the general and R requirements to match everything else. I think one of the, I say, biggest things was under tier 3, there's the lighting section, and they had some text in there, and we took the text out and just said, that'll
Yeah.
meet all the requirements set forth. That was the suggestion last time.
I have another suggestion.
So here's what I would suggest, because this was a gigantic pain.
Yes. Here you go.
Take the Word document. If you have notes on your Word document, you can hand it to me now, or
That's right.
otherwise, take the Word document that I sent you, make sure track changes is on, and send them back to me.
You know what, I sometimes, I was just saying that, I don't know what it is, but sometimes I cannot make that changes work to save my soul.
If you can't, you can write it on a piece of paper. It's just hard
But
for
it
me to
just
do
makes me
it.
nuts, because, anyway, I do have some suggestions, but maybe
But I'll send out,
I'll just give it to you.
okay, yeah,
It'll
yeah,
make
that's
it
fine.
easier.
Yeah, and I can go and incorporate them. So how about I'll take Lisa's changes, are they written on here, I assume? Okay, yeah. I had to look and find one, I'm like, wait a minute. I will,
I'm keeping track, don't worry.
I will update these, and I will send a fresh copy out to folks, so that you can
I mean, there's
make any
nothing,
other changes you want, but it was, the stuff from last time was pretty,
I think the only thing that I really, I have still, I think it's on the kind of ownership thing. We just say, assumes all the responsibility of any, we keep talking about the decommissioning plan and the operation and maintenance plan. I just want to be sure that we haven't missed, I keep wondering if we should say the responsibilities and obligations of the original permit, including any info something. But maybe that's overkill, but the real one, under the lighting, I really would like to keep the first sentence, I think it was. Where is that? The lighting.
We can put it all in there, or like this first sentence, and
Well, I
requirements
put
of.
there, I
Okay.
deleted, I did step next to one of your deletions,
Okay.
and then just kept the very,
Yeah.
keeping it minimally invasive is what our.
Oh, okay, sure.
I just want to highlight the fact that, try to keep it low light, guys, and then get into the other part.
And meet all the requirements, so here's the
Wait, wait.
specific thing that we're,
Where are we looking?
she's looking under tier 3, the lighting.
Okay, tier 3, number 8.
158 technically, I guess, is what's at the very bottom. I'm not sure, page 6 of 7.
Okay, so it's 8, number 8 on page 158.
So lighting, period, lighting of the solar energy system shall meet all requirements of village plans and code.
She suggested shall be limited, or shall be limited,
First say,
yeah, shall be limited to that minimally required for safety and operational. Oh, no, you wanted the reasonably shielded?
no, I didn't want reasonably.
Oh, okay.
I
Be
just
limited to
wanted-
that minimally required for safety and operational purposes, and shall meet all requirements set forth in Village of Lansing Code 145-20.2.
Okay, great.
I think that was the only real.
The rest of them look, yeah, like
Yeah, they're
very just
little
like
nits.
formatting stuff, but yeah,
it's like a
definitely.
spacing between and or I think the owner still is capitalized or something.
Okay, yeah. I think there was one in there that I couldn't go back and find. We were talking about it, and I looked at, and it was like, I had said, oh, that shouldn't be an uppercase, oh, and I couldn't find it. Do you have some changes on yours too?
Spacing issues.
There we go.
And or, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of spacing things, there's an errant colon
Oh,
on,
Yeah, there was one that I
There
tried to
are
get rid of, and I
straight
couldn't, I
columns.
was just gonna just
oh, I
wholesale
know.
fix it all. at once.
Actually, there were some
Yeah,
parentheses.
all right, I was white out.
There was parentheses about the fees may change due to inflation and other charges. Just get rid of the parentheses.
Oh,
Just-
did you note that on yours?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I just
I
think,
don't even remember
Get
that.
rid of them. Just leave, I mean, say that if you want.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Or, but it just,
They changed.
At the discretion of the code enforcement officer, yeah. You owe me 50 bucks, yeah, no. It was 25 last time, yeah, inflation. Yeah.
for you, a special deal, right?
Okay. Yeah, so I'll make Lisa's and Pat's changes, and I'll get them back out to everybody, so you have a fresh copy, and
Are we ready to send this along?
okay, I do have one question, it's a little formatting thing. So you have on, where was it? 6D, so page 155, solar panels.
yes.
You got 24 in a bracket?
Oh, yeah, we should clean up the brackets.
Yeah, so we're inconsistent. There are some brackets,
Brackets, clean up. I'll write that on
That
yours.
will never do.
yeah. There's a couple of spots with brackets.
Brackets,
I'll just do a find.
is that what you did?
Yeah, I'll find it and replace, I'll just clean them all up, because I'm not sure, there could be some little errant ones other places.
Mike, your number 3, right after that, in the same section, 1, 2, 3, your number 3 is bigger than.
Yeah, I marked the font is different
Where
there.
is this?
In the same section, but the number 3
Yeah,
is bigger than 1 and 2.
The good news is that's fixed now.
You really messed it up, didn't you?
I did.
Oh my gosh, honestly, you think,
Oh, yeah.
so,
Mine said Village of Lansing and not like, I don't know, Hamlet of Yorkshire or something. I don't know where we got this thing from.
Now I see where we're going with this.
yeah, so another,
If you have more, I would just send them to me, and I'll send the,
this is less minor.
oh, that's, oh, okay.
So 5D, you talk about Village Code, section 145.3, and then on the the next section.
where are you examining?
Okay, on page 1, I just want to make sure we're consistent.
Under general, or under,
For general requirements D, you refer to Village Code, section 145-3.
Yes.
And then under environmental, flip the page over to 156, so number 7, permitting requirements, 8, B8.
oh, that's in like
Oh, I see.
parens, yeah,
Yeah, so I just want to make sure that we're consistent.
yeah. I think all those places should probably say Village of Lansing Code, not in, and not just like,
Yeah,
because right here, it doesn't say anything, it just says
It might even-
145-27C, it should probably say Village of Lansing Code,
Yeah.
yeah.
Both of them, okay, because I actually had a question about page 157, which is AC, special permit standards. When we, because we did say Village Code 145-59 there.
Where are you?
Oh, yeah.
Page 157,
Okay,
under C.
Yep.
Bottom, special permit standards, you do refer to Village Code 145-59 on the second line. Special permit standards, the planning board may issue a special permit for tier 3 solar only after it has met the following, as well as Village Code 145-59. So is that the format, but is it all of 145-59, or was it just this?
oh, Mike left, I was looking. Seriously, I was looking, I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Or was it, it's not just the general conditions, right? It was everything?
So this is specifically for special permits, we'll go take a look at it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just want to be sure we've got the right references all, and because 145-59 is special permits, period, all of the special permit code, and I didn't know if there was a,
Yeah, we'll see if there's like a subset we can.
I just wasn't sure. And I just wanted to be sure.
So I think you need to decide, are you gonna say Village of Lansing?
Village of Lansing code.
Okay, because some places you've got Village Code, and some places you've got Village of Lansing, okay.
Yeah, some of it was that fill in the blank, yes. This will say Village of Lansing code everywhere, no parens or anything.
But how do we,
They asked a question about 140, I turned around to look at you and you were gone, I was like, oh.
so Mike, on page 157, and we're down at the bottom, in section C, special permit standards. When we reference the village code 14559, so it says, we may issue a special permit for tier 3 only after it has found that all the following standards and conditions have been satisfied, as well as the Village of Lansing Code 14559. Do we mean 145 in its entirety?
Or is there like something more we should reference, like 14559C?
59 is specific, you probably should keep 59, I mean,
Okay.
it lists out
Everything.
everything that
Because
has to
it's
do with a
one
special
code.
permit.
Yeah.
Has to do with special.
Okay, because we always do 59E because it's the general conditions, but this is more comprehensive.
I would rather have the whole thing listed than.
If we say you have to
Oh, no,
focus this and we miss something else over here, yeah.
Listed over here.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
wanted to be sure when I read that, I thought, I just wondered. Okay, good. Makes it easy. No one,
Maybe just change it all, reference Village of Lansing code,
yep.
send. Okay. Any other comments? I will work my hardest to get it out this week, which should not be that hard since it's only
Many thanks.
Tuesday.
Here, I will hand you this that has a couple of notes on it.
Hey, thanks.
They're probably the same as Lisa's.
That's okay.
No, I don't. I'm sure we have our same stuff.
I might have caught one extra 24 in there, who knows?
Or a period or something. I mean, you never know. Important.
Okay, next item on the agenda is the trustee report.
Trustee meeting, do-
Oh, come on. Just got to be kidding.
Yep. So did they not have a meeting at all this week? Well, they have their working meetings, though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, okay, but still, okay.
I can see them start.
At our noon meeting.
You're welcome.
At our noon.
Yeah, that's the one I meant. Okay, next item on the agenda then is other business. Emila?
I have no other business, other than I have a new job, so
And she's here, and it's only her second day.
it's only my second day, but that's where I am, so I've sent an email to everybody with my new email address, so we're all good.
Yes, I updated my stuff, so. Okay, Pat?
nothing?
Lisa?
I must have something. Golly, nothing? I don't think. I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe something will come, but we'll circle back.
I was gonna say, let me see what I can do.
Right?
No, he usually asks me first, and I'm like dying.
The other way around.
I know, I noticed that. So I do have something.
Jim had nothing?
Oh, I'm gonna go back.
He hadn't gotten to me yet.
Oh, I
I'm just
see.
giving you more time.
I was gonna,
Yeah,
I had
either way, I mean.
come up with something, because I didn't have anything last time. Behind the Kinney drive-through and is it Trust Company, what bank is there, next to the Kinney drive-through? What-
Tompkins Trust Company.
Who is responsible for that strip of weeds that runs along? Because when you pull out of both of those parking lots to go to Cinema Drive, it's really hard to see to make a left onto Cinema Drive because the weeds are too high.
oh, is it might be the hotel.
Hotel.
I don't
That
know, is it
hotel.
the hotel that's responsible for all that?
I'll have to go look and I'll take a look.
I just needed to give you something to
I mean, if
do.
there's something like that, send me an email.
Oh, all
I
right.
mean, and I'll just go take a look at it.
Oh, okay.
What is
Well,
this?
I mean, it's not like it was life or death, but,
Well, it could be, actually, that
well,
whole,
no, it could be, somebody could get hit, yeah, and a lot of people use that, like, a lot of people come from behind the Trip Hammer Plaza. I mean, I've had to wait before with traffic coming out, and I'm like, where are they coming from?
the Kinney drive-through comes out there, doesn't it?
The Kinney drive-through, but I'm talking from the Trip Hammer Plaza behind there. I don't know if they're coming from dropping off at the recycling place.
No, you don't usually,
Around?
I don't think so.
You can come all the way around, though, back there. But I'm surprised at the amount of cars I have
Three
seen.
people, who knows?
Yeah,
Or maybe,
Sometimes catering pickup from Ithaca.
yeah, that's true. Oh, right, from the Ithaca Bakery. I hadn't thought of that. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I kept forgetting to say something to you, and then this weekend, when I was
I got a
cutting
note,
through there.
I'll send you an email.
All right.
I'll go out there with a trimmer, weed whacker, not really, I'll just.
A few years ago, I might.
I was dropping my kids off at the Ithaca Children's Gardens last week, and every time I pull out, there's this one branch that's way too tall, it hits my truck, and I was like, fix that real quick. Cut it, drop right in the back of my truck, I could take off, won't make a mess, nobody would be any the wiser. Okay. Anything else there, Jim?
I was just wondering, you said, I don't know if you said to me individually or at some point about like a joint meeting with the trustees in early August, is that still something you're thinking about, or is that a
I'll be
no-go?
talking about that. Don't go out of turn, Jim, I'll be talking about that.
Oh, listen, he called on me, I'm not going out of turn.
Anything else?
That was all I had.
Lisa?
I'm coming up dry. I'm good.
Jim spoiled my surprise.
Oh.
For Ronnie, Mayor Hardaway had suggested that we have a joint meeting for when the 20 Bomax PDA presentation comes back, that we're able to dish out some questions and whatnot. We're looking to do it maybe the 7th. Jim suggested.
August 7th?
Next meeting, want to find out whether that's okay with you guys. Have that meeting with them.
Let me see.
I mean, you'll have to have your own separate meeting, open your own meeting now, so.
I am not available that evening.
We have a lieu of the normal second Monday trustees meeting, or is that in addition to?
That's it.
In addition to.
Are you, do we get paid extra?
Our bonus check, no.
Next,
That's
I'm also the next, I'm also. the
Dedicated.
Trustees
Oh.
had mentioned,
It doesn't matter.
the trustees mentioned sacrificing some of their salary to have you. come
Oh,
Oh, you're
sure, right,
kidding.
yeah.
Susan's idea?
You are on record here.
You can't take a joke.
so do we get to pick 7 or 7:30 since we're joining?
It's whatever meeting they have.
No, it's always 7:30.
Is it, oh, is that a regular meeting? Oh, that's,
They rule the roost tonight.
I'm surprised they like meetings so late.
Oh, actually, I think 7:30 is.
Their meetings tend to be very short.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I can make the 7th work. I guess we just have to have a quorum here too, so I mean,
I know, I'll be here.
okay,
I will too.
okay,
I will not.
okay,
I would be zooming in.
okay,
Maybe here.
okay.
Okay, so you want me to say that's good for them?
Yeah, do you want to just send us a note and make sure we're
When you're gonna-
finalize it so we can add it to the calendar?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think, that's right, it was, when I was talking to you, it came up, I thought it was Mike Baker.
Yeah, I think you had,
We were talking about it.
Yeah.
I know you had mentioned, maybe I was with you, because I thought you had mentioned it, yeah.
Yeah, and
Maybe separately.
you might have a couple of special permits coming up. One, I think I mentioned last time, Nushin Ahmadi, who you gave a minor subdivision to on Esty Drive. She has to come back to get a special permit to build there because it's a unique natural area. I've made her aware of the tree law, and I will talk to her more about it when she hands me the paperwork. Also, a company wants to put in, I think there's either 3 or
4, I think it was.
4 electric car chargers that would be at the Cayuga Mall behind Friendly's. It will have to come to the planning board because from what their drawings showed, there was a transformer there. So it goes under, now it goes under utilities. And besides that, you want that there because you might want it buffered, you're gonna want a fence around it, so we're gonna end up having to do a special permit for that.
Yeah, it's over.
Explain where around?
It's over where you know where Agway has their stuff when you go to pick up mulch and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
It's right along there, before you get to the mulch area.
Oh, so
It's really between that and Friendly's, I think,
wait, so between, on that side.
but it's in, yeah, on the back. So Joanne's is over here, here's Friendly's, here's Agway, and it's in there
Whose
somewhere.
property is it? They want, it's Cuba Mall
It's
property.
Brixmore.
Okay, it is, okay, gotcha.
Is that gonna be,
Yeah,
Is it okay to have that
Yeah,
in that location?
Guess we'll find out.
Well, okay, level 2 or level 3 is the question.
level 2 or level 3 what?
Charger.
Michael doesn't know what that means.
Makes a big difference, level 2 or level 3 charger.
I haven't got all the information for it. This is what
Okay.
they talked to me about. I'm waiting for them.
Okay.
All they did was give me basically a diagram where everything was and kind of a 3D version of where it's gonna be. And
Yeah, I'd stopped by to see Mike about something, and he showed me this, and so I looked at it, it's like, though, how long does it take to charge a car?
Depends on if it's level 2 or level 3.
Okay,
Go and plug my truck in for 20 minutes and get over 100 miles of charge on it, so it's not bad. It's enough time to go inside, eat, go to the bathroom, and get back in my truck.
Yeah.
because, I mean, the in and out there is kind of tricky, the traffic thing. I'm just wondering why they chose that particular spot. But
The old Pizza
we'll
Hut-
find
the
out.
old Pizza Hut would make a really good.
Yeah, someplace, I think, well, someplace in a more open area. I mean, if they're gonna have, how safe is it back there even these days?
So the deal is the safety is, it depends on a level 2 or a level 3. Level 2 requires a much larger piece of infrastructure, and frankly, it's more dangerous if there's a problem. So you want that to be a certain distance from any building, or say, like, the gas filling.
So what it,
No, gas station is fine, but being a certain distance from where they fill your propane tank,
Yeah,
you need a certain distance from that. If it's a level 2, it's basically like,
There's a level 2 charger, I see Brent at the level 2 charger at Cayuga Heights all the time. It's like, I don't know, 25 feet from police cars.
yeah, and that's fine.
they have down at, by Trader Joe's and Panera there, they've got,
Those are
They're
level 3, and those are Tesla only.
oh, okay, right.
Until the beginning.
And I see, there's always people lined up in those spots.
so level 2, which is the higher?
Level 3 is
It is,
higher.
oh, okay.
I have a level 2 in my house. Most people have level 2s in their
I
house.
was, those are the plug-in at home kind of thing,
Yeah.
okay.
And if it were a level 2, like I said, this is why it's kind of up in the air, if it were a level 2, it wouldn't be coming to you anyway. It would be just a regular charger.
Oh, I see, so it's probably a
This
level 3.
has, the way they're showing this has a separate transformer,
Okay, so it must be
Okay,
a
so it's
3,
which
yeah.
would look similar to, like, if you had a BESS system. Would have to
Yeah,
have.
so that's probably.
Well, are the ones at BJ's active?
Only one of them is, and those are level 1. I mean, but-
I've never even tried.
My house charges about as fast as those things do.
So I understand from our discussion, though, that there's nothing that, this joint meeting is informational for the planning, nothing we'd be voting on.
Nothing
Right.
to be voting on, no. If
Okay.
if anybody would vote on anything, it would be the Board of Trustees, they would vote to send it to you, but at least this gives you, you're aware of what he's asking. If you've got questions ahead of time, then.
Yeah, I just was making sure, there were no issues regarding Zoom attendance.
Oh,
No.
And then I did think of another question for you. Any word, I happened to see that the Key Bank branch, nice conveniently located Key Bank branch office is closing at the end of the month.
Here,
Yeah.
Yeah,
to go
we're
down.
gonna move,
Yeah.
they're closing the one downtown, so we all get to have to drive down 13 if you want to go to Key.
Yeah, great.
Any word on what's gonna happen to the building? Is there another tenant or?
don't know anything.
I know, I do have a question about this Menlo.
Oh, that was next, I was just gonna ask the same thing, yeah.
Are they,
Menlo Micro.
will they, thank you, will they help our tax base?
Will they help it?
Yes.
I don't know what they worked out with the state.
I was to say, or is this,
I have no idea.
yeah, that's what I was
I mean, they're
wondering.
getting tax breaks.
Yeah, they.
There was a mention of a pilot,
But
but I don't know.
Well, so okay, I was just wondering, I was getting excited because we're having
Jobs.
issues in our village about,
good jobs.
yeah.
Right, and if they're,
In a tax base down the line.
Yeah.
They've gotten some sort of pilot. We can check with the IDA and see what
Yeah.
they've gotten, but it might be 3 or 7 or 10 years. Probably 7 years is my guess.
I would know more. I have an August 8th meeting.
Oh, good.
Kind of explain some more. Brent will be involved in that mainly because of the sewer system and what type of chemicals.
Oh, there'll be
the sewers will
manufacturing,
have.
yeah.
And then Brian Quadrosi and I will meet with them, because if they do have a certain amount of hazardous material on site, that it goes for different uses, it goes different
Yeah.
categories. So, and it may change it's kind of hard to explain. If they go over a threshold of what you can have, there's a chart in the books, I probably won't explain this well. If they're over the certain amounts that they're able to contain on the property, then they may have to have an isolated section for it, they may have to have a certain sprinkler system, and it's just a lot of moving parts. Until we know exactly what they're gonna do, I can't really speculate.
And where is it that they were gonna be located?
Mechanics.
Yeah, they moved into,
Right.
it sounded like,
Remember Rita,
Thornwood,
it sounded like they were gonna do a lot of renovation. I mean, I'm only going by the articles and the press release that I saw.
From what I know is they chose that building because it would be the least renovation, because the setup is similar to
Right.
what Kionics does.
oh, interesting.
So there would be the least amount of cost as far as renovating. And still, it looks like it's projected.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's-
$1 million.
the drug council is somewhat opened, I understand, not for detox, but for other services.
Oh, really?
I guess they're still looking for nursing help for the detox part.
It's hard finding people.
And if you talk to Ronnie and they're sad about missing both of their trustee meetings, and they want to join our planning board meeting instead for the joint meeting.
Must be good.
So, just,
They must be feeling sad.
Tell him how sad Pat is that he couldn't go to either of them.
very sad. Oh, so that reminds me, yeah.
I think Pat got the prize, you had two, I think you had January too, where they had to.
Oh, but I can do my Zoom, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal.
Do you have, is that what you
I
said?
think I have September.
Yeah, but
think
somebody
I've-
needs to
I've got
read them the
August.
rules on the Zoom. Because remember how bad that
Well,
Zoom,
I'll just speak up.
Jim has August,
Jim, you have August, okay.
and then you have September.
And I have September.
they have to stop chit-chatting while the meeting's going on and shuffling their papers, because the people on Zoom can't hear anything.
The paper is killer on Zoom, I would
Yeah.
say, yeah. Okay, what else?
That and a thunderstorm, it just wasn't a good,
Oh, well, that, yeah, I mean,
yeah, that was like, yeah.
okay, anything else? If not, I will entertain.
I do have a question. So there's Hochul announced a new, was it pro-housing community? There's more funding available, so if any municipality can meet whatever standards and consider themselves a pro-housing community, it suddenly puts you up in rankings. It gives you points for any of the other state-funded grants that you apply for. So I don't know if that's something that we think about here, or we might want to consider if we're thinking about if other people are coming forward with more housing projects.
Projects, yeah.
So I know we've got a couple that might be coming down the road.
Yep. Okay, I will entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:43 PM.
I move that the planning board meeting of July 25th adjourn at 7:43 PM.
Motion by Jim,
Second.
second by Lisa, all in favor?
Aye.
Everybody?